Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Irvin. Welcome to Irvin Time Gaming, and today I'm going to be watching and reacting to Sony's State of Play. I am a little bit late. I completely forgot it was today, so I went, brushed my hair, threw on a gaming shirt, and grabbed a cup of coffee, and I'm going to go ahead and go. I think I'm going to go live, so if you see it live on my Twitch, cool. If it's on my YouTube, cool as well. And I'm super excited, so let's see what they're gonna be talking about now.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neo-Cortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe.
And of course
now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions.
So yeah,
and it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day.
Seems like
Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time is the first.
I mean, it's a good thing that they started with the Crash
Bandicoot. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans,
Crash
as well as
is probably
new players,
one of
to
the
this
first things
franchise.
that pops in your head. At least to me
First,
it is.
we made sure to
When you think of a
incorporate the
Sony
classic tense,
PlayStation original,
precise, and
Crash
perspective-shifting
Bandicoot is all the way
platforming that we all
there.
fell in love with. And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today. Let's start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we pick things up again in Crash 4.
It looks so
but there have
different.
definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout
Talk about
Crash
a
4,
HD
you'll see
upgrade.
those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games.
Okay.
All while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore.
Bigger, more awe-inspiring.
Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zip line as well. In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits. Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle.
I remember
that seemed like a natural area for us to expand upon. So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here.
No
skins are earned by completing different
microtransactions.
challenges and
Good
earning
job,
gems
Naughty
within
Dog.
levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be
Naughty
throwing
Dog
at the
still
player.
do Crash, or is it
Whether it's Ika
on a
Ika,
different
who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a
developer
button,
team?
Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you,
Whoa.
or Lonnie Lowly, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence, bending
Alright,
the rules of reality and altering your environment.
So
with
I'm
these
definitely
going
going
to
be playing this
we
game,
also can't wait to
but
talk
I have
to you about
the
the fourth
Insane
mask,
Trilogy
Akano, but that's going to have
that
to
I
wait
got
for
a while
another day.
ago.
What we
Should
can
I
tell you
stream that
today,
here
though,
on,
is that Crash
on
isn't the only
Twitch?
character you get to take control of during this adventure. For starters, you can play the
I
entire
might
game
have
as
to do
Coco.
that. Grab me a
Any
couple
level that you
beers
can
and
play as
just
Crash, you can
stream,
also play as Coco.
stream myself playing
It's also very
Crash
important for us
Bandicoot.
that she take a more prominent role in the story this time as well. But that's not all. We've got a few other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see
Really?
that you'll be taking control of Neo-Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile. I repeat, you get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4.
Yeah.
And a lot has changed in the years since we last saw Dingodile. In fact, he hung up his old
Yeah, I was about to say, he
flamethrower
looks
rocket
like
launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy.
It looks
and
like he
open a
retired somewhere.
diner. Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said beloved diner and getting sucked into another dimension.
Poor Dingo Dino.
Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today. The Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, We wanted to bring something brand new to the table, so we teamed up with our friends at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call Inverted Mode. It's our souped-up, bumpa-berry-fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspective shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience. One dimension could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward. We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well. Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel.
That's
it's
pretty
an
cool.
Incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player,
it gives
especially
the
the
game
completionists
replay
out
value.
there, a reason to revisit each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them.
Give us some replay value on a game. I mean, you gotta
So that's
think
some of the
a
new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4.
new Crash game
It's
is
about
gonna
time.
cost probably
Experience the space and
$59.99.
time-bending madness on October 2nd.
Booga booga.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
Oh, they are gonna show some PS5 stuff.
We open the show with an all-new look at Crash 4. It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd.
Nice, nice.
Now let's keep the party going with the latest from IO Interactive.
I knew they were gonna show some Hitman stuff, obviously. I'm pretty sure I heard that this was the last in the series that they're gonna be doing, so.
Besides, this is your big day. You should mingle, have fun.
Oh, don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself.
Well, I have to go. I'll call you when I get back to New York.
Hitman. You know, oddly enough, I have never played any of the Hitman games. And, you know, this series is not a new IP. Just never played one. And it feels odd to jump into this, you know, the third one, not knowing anything. So it's like, eh. Ooh, what is this? I was gonna say. Oh. You know what that reminds me of? Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. Obviously, that's not what this is, but very colorful. Colorful indeed. Yes, yes, colorful indeed. Braid Anniversary.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted for modern
I've heard of this
high-resolutions.
IP, but I don't
Many
think
areas
I've
have been
ever
re-envisioned to make them more
I've never
unique,
played it.
and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes
It looks
animating the
beautiful,
world.
though.
There are more than 9 pixels for each pixel in the original game. There are new animations for smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
We plan to make it the most detailed commentary in any game ever. So if you want to learn how video games are made, Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
How long did the original come? How long was it when the original?
Pathless
How
is a
long
mythic
was it out?
adventure set on a mystical island. Let's take a quick tour in this new footage captured from PS5.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless. The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape. Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless. So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights. This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers. You instantly feel as skilled as the Hunter herself. With help from the eagle, you can even fly. The bond between the Hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless. You can gain altitude while you glide by flapping.
That's usually how it works, you know? Flap your wings, you go higher. So
Make sure you pet the eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
So are you actually aiming, or is it more of like a you point in that direction and shoot and it kind of just goes on its own, or is it
You'll find secrets all over the island, if you know where to look.
I wonder how big this world is going to be. Because if this is a exploration
Collecting
game,
crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap.
It needs to be a pretty big world.
You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures. The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open-world games, there's no map. Instead, the Hunter can use her mask to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
That makes sense. That almost reminds me of
Giant
Breath
cursed
of the Wild.
spirits, the source of the darkness, will pose a constant threat to you on your quest.
I mean, obviously it's not
They will
the
try to
same,
separate
but
you from the eagle.
Okay.
Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
Gotta creep up. You done got caught, no? Oh, okay. When they shine, stay still. Dang, you gotta be extra
You
creepy.
won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
Now,
When the obelisks
depending
are restored,
on...
the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
And it seems like this game is gonna be 40 hours, 30 hours long. It's definitely different. I mean, I know that I heard that during the state of play they were going to be focusing on third-party developers and showing off different types of indie games as well. And one thing you can expect about indie games are they will be different. Not your run-of-your-mill.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of The Pathless.
The Pathless.
We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore and discover. The Pathless is coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Definitely a game I'll look out for. It's an interesting concept, an interesting art style, and looks like pretty interesting gameplay as well. The main thing I'm looking for is what's the story going to be.
Next up, let's see what's in store for Spelunky 2.
Spelunky 2.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky. For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players. It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play the game together. And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
Wow.
I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example,
I
you'll
never
be
got
able to
into
write
Spelunky.
turkeys
I have it, but
and find hidden passageways.
Never got into it all the way, no.
And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves.
Definitely looks interesting.
As a result, the stories players create will have much more texture to them. Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area.
Wow.
In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting. And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can
Developers are just like sticking random things in deep places.
As the developers know about the game. I have
Nobody
two
will
types
find
of
this.
favorite stories from
Even
Spelunky
other developers.
fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2. They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2. It's been a long journey, but I think it's going to be worth it. Thanks.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look at Genshin Impact.
Hey, there's something strange.
Now
over
this
there.
is what I'm talking about.
Let's take a look.
This looks like a game I would play. Genshin Impact? Is this a new IP? Or no? What is this game?
I summon thee.
Whoa. It looks like a mixture between a Tales of game, kind of the art style, and like a Breath of the Wild.
I deal in death.
Whoa.
If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
Huh? Think you can get
Oh,
away?
nice.
Time for takeoff.
I'm sold. I'm sold. Go ahead. Go ahead. I want it.
Sentient self. I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance? This ambition of yours, what a waste of stardust.
Oh, what is this? Whoa.
I'm not done yet.
You should have remained dead.
Aeon? Hold on. All right. What do we have here? Seems like it's another indie game, I'm guessing. Looks pretty interesting though. Alright, so seems like most of these games are indie games. I don't think any big games are going to be making a show being showed here.
It's time to
State of
talk
play.
bug snacks. Let's check out some gameplay footage
Oh, I
captured
saw
from
this.
PS5.
Now this game looks
invitation
super
is
fun.
open. Come join me
I wasn't
on
able
the
to
island.
upload my
Wow.
reaction to
That's your new
the
lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a two-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense.
What?
I swear, if you chase this bug snack story, you're out of a job.
You're the journalist! Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite bug snack is. And feed it to me.
I want to go.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses
if I play this game, I guarantee.
Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
It's like one of those games that when you play, you're just like, are you serious? This is a game?
And bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Snacksburg.
Well, say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
Whoa. Holiday 2020, PS5.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited PlayStation VR game.
Oh, a VR game. Damn it. I can't enjoy VR.
What is wrong with you?
You must stop Vida.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
A game where you play as Vader, not as Anakin, but as Vader. That seems pretty interesting. I wonder if this is what part of the time period this game is going to take place. Is this right after he becomes Vader, or is this a little bit into the timeline once he's already established himself as one of the hierarchy members and controls and all that? Or is this like...
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Okay. Stay in the light. Got it. What is this now? Oh, control. You see, a lot of these IPs I do not know anything about, and I'm not sure if it's just because I've never heard of them or because they're new IPs. I'm not quite sure. This looks like almost like a mobile game, right? Like one of those swipe to win games. Not necessarily swipe to win, but auto chaos. That's an interesting concept. Huh. moving little pieces together to get the guy to go. Huh. Yeah, again, you know, with these third-party indie developers, they definitely take you know, an idea and go with it, and the ideas are going to be a lot different. Now let's take a look at 2
new games headed to PS5.
We are the forest shadows. Ooh. Ghosts, running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Quiet down, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's talking.
Wait a minute.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect. Authority and steel will not stop us. We aren't an invading army. We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
Okay. I think we got past the indie developers. This looks more of a mainstream.
We take back what was stolen. And the people call us heroes.
From the dead all night.
What is this? What is
To
this?
others, we are rivals. We are all outlaws.
Hood, outlaw, and legend.
But
like
will become legends.
Like Robin Hood?
From the dead.
Take back what was stolen from us. Steal from the rich. Give to the poor, kind of thing. Collect. What is this? This is like Pokemon? What is it? This is like a Pokemon game, but I mean obviously not Pokemon, but explore together. An open online world? What? Tim.
Before we wrap up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5 gameplay for this melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
So yeah, this was shown during EA, I believe.
Hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am the game director for Godfall. On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical world of Godfall.
So what I was
Today you'll be seeing
when
extensive
I first saw this, I was
gameplay
wondering
captured
if
on
it
the
was a
PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the
open
game is
world,
still a work in
or-
progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next generation console. Please enjoy.
Okay.
So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust loot progression systems. You can enjoy the game at your own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire.
That's pretty cool.
Godfall
I'm down with
is
that.
a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay. There are no microtransactions. No waiting for content.
Yeah.
It's all in the game on day one. As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat.
Okay,
Throughout
but if
your
it's
journey,
online,
you'll find ancient valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics
I'm
and
wondering
long
if
history.
you get to customize the character before you begin.
Now let's talk
That
about
way
gameplay
There's
in
different
Godfall.
people, you know, you look different
First,
from other characters.
our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall.
Yeah, that's one thing I love
From a
about
combat
games is
philosophy
a combat.
perspective, the melee
a good
combat
combat
in
game,
Godfall
good
is
melee
intended
combat
to be
skill.
fluid, dynamic, and interactive.
It's not just a hack and
offense over
slash.
defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive.
Okay.
Now that you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons themselves. In Godfall, there are 5 weapon classes: the longsword, the dual blades,
Dual blades for the win!
the polearm,
Ah.
the two-handed warhammer, and the two-handed greatsword. Each weapon
Still
class
dual
has their own
blades,
unique movesets
I think,
and play
or
styles
staff.
ranging from fast combos to
Gotta
more
love a bow
strategic,
staff.
deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures,
Oh, he has
you
a
will
shield,
acquire
nice.
numerous weapons. For each weapon category, each weapon with their own primary and secondary traits. At a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes and how to modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes. The dual blades are the fastest weapon class in Godfall,
Obviously.
embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo. So what are the signature moves for the dual blades?
Don't tell me
As
all.
you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's also Mortal Coil, where you can throw your blade into an enemy, pulling the enemy
Nice.
towards you, like pulling a cable.
Get over here.
Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class. Longswords are balanced weapons, embodying crisp damage and simple cooldowns without needing a lot of elaborate combo setups. Similar to dual blades, longswords have their own 4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the heavy attack finisher, which can be used at the end of your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets. Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack. If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword. The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks.
Will you be able to, even with the duel?
Press the shield button at the right time. You can also parry an attack. You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike. The shield is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack.
Woo!
You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies.
That's what I'm talking about. Give us a whole bunch of options.
You can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that were knocked down to the ground.
Yeah, give us a whole bunch of options. Let us. That's, you know, you gotta get the skill down to fully. Now I wonder if there's gonna be different difficulties. Boss fight. Better not be the main boss. I don't want to see this if it is. Oh, there's a little warp strike. Did you see that? That's what it looked like, a warp strike, at least. Get him. Dang. Yeah,
we hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5. We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
Godfall.
That's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation.
Alright,
see you next
State
time.
of Play is done. Yeah, I didn't expect too much from them. Alright, so that's it, guys. State of Play is done. And look forward to what 2020 has in, well, not 2020, but 2021, since 2020 is almost over, and the PS5 has in store for us.